What's up YouTube, Silver Dragons here. In this video, we're talking about silver going to $500 an ounce. Right now, silver is around $20 an ounce, so if it goes all the way up to $500, that would be a 25x gain. Now, the reason we're talking about this is because Robert Kiyosaki recently put out a few tweets indicating that silver may be jumping up to $500 an ounce very shortly. So let's do it. Thank you so much for watching my video. I do sincerely appreciate it. If you want to learn more about investing in precious metals, or if you just want to watch awesome videos about gold and silver, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, make sure to follow me on Rumble. This is my backup channel. I post all of the same content over there. Trying to get to over 1,000 followers. I will have a link down below in the description. Okay, so is silver going to go over $500 per ounce in the near future? Now, if you don't know who Robert Kiyosaki is, well, he's been around for quite a long time. He's written a lot of books. He does not like the dollar. He does not like the stock market. He's really into alternative investing, so precious metals. He's into cryptocurrencies. He's into property, stuff like that. So he's not really into like your traditional 401k investing and that type of stuff. And he definitely hates the dollar. That's one of the things that him and I both have in common. But he does talk about gold and silver quite a bit, and he recently put out a few tweets talking about how silver could go over $500 per ounce. So we're going to start with his most recent tweet and then work our way back in time. So this one came out on October 2nd, and he says, buying opportunity. If Fed continues raising interest rates, US dollar will get stronger, causing gold, silver, and Bitcoin prices to go lower. Buy more. When Fed pivots and drops interest rates, as England just did, you will smile while others cry. Take care. So basically he's saying, look, buy the dip. The Fed is going to continue to raise interest rates. We think that they're going to raise another 75 basis points in November, and eventually they're going to pivot. So while rates keep going up, the dollar is going to keep getting stronger. Silver and the dollar are basically opposites. So if the dollar goes up, silver goes down. If the dollar goes down, silver goes up. So he's saying that eventually they're going to have to pivot. They're going to stop raising interest rates. This is going to cause the dollar to get dramatically weaker. And when that happens, gold, silver, Bitcoin, they're all going to go up. Now, silver is probably going to go up the most because it's the most opposite to the dollar, right? If you look at gold, sometimes gold and the dollar, they go together, for a period of time, or even Bitcoin and the dollar, they can rally together or fall together, but silver and the dollar are pretty much always opposites. So if you want to invest in gold, silver, or Bitcoin, I would say silver is probably the best one to invest in. But anyway, he also does mention that England is dropping their interest rates. So England has already pivoted, and eventually the US and the Fed, which is the central bank of the United States of America, they're going to have to pivot as well. And when that happens, you already want to have a position in precious metals. So you don't want to wait for this to happen. You want to be buying them now while the price is low. So buy silver now. Okay, here's the next tweet we're going to look at. This one came out on October 1st. He says, will US dollar follow English pound sterling? I believe it will. I believe US dollar will crash by January 2023 after Fed pivots. To profit from crash of US dollar, I bought many more US silver buffalo rounds. Silver is a bargain. I will not be a victim of the effed Fed. Take care. Okay, not a huge fan of the language, but at least he kind of censored it. Let's break this down. So first off, will US dollar follow English pound sterling? I believe it will. So basically, yeah, they already pivoted over in England. Is the dollar going to do the same thing? He thinks it will. He believes the dollar is going to crash by January 2023. So he thinks the pivot is going to happen soon, right? I mean, it's going to have to happen in what, December or in January? I mean, it should be just around the corner if the dollar is going to crash by then. So he thinks the dollar is going to crash very soon, right? I mean, as early as January 2023. And to profit from this, he bought U.S. silver buffalo rounds. So I'm not exactly sure why he says U.S. silver buffalo rounds, because I mean, the United States of America doesn't make buffalo rounds. Maybe he means he bought them from Sunshine Mint or something like that, some like U.S. based, I don't know, private mint, but I'm not exactly sure why he said that. But either way, he's saying that he bought silver buffalo rounds, which are just generic silver rounds. The buffalo is the most popular version of these rounds. But yeah, that's a great thing to buy. I mean, I would agree that if you're going to buy silver, you should probably buy something like generic silver rounds, and buffalo rounds are a great thing to buy. So he also says silver is a bargain. I do agree with this. I mean, if we just look at the dollar, it's like at 20-year highs. So obviously, if silver is the opposite of the dollar and the dollar is at a 20-year high, then silver is relatively really, really low, but it's still, over $20 an ounce, and the premiums are still very high on silver. So, once they do switch, once they do pivot, I mean, silver is kind of like this loaded springboard that really could take off. And it could be very impressive when it does. So here's the tweet where he talks about silver going to $500 an ounce. Now, this one came out September 20th. He says, "End is here. Called Jerry Williams, my trusted gold and silver dealer. He said, I can't get gold or silver coins. The mint will not sell me anymore. To this means the end of fake money is here. As stated in earlier tweet, silver going to $100 to $500. Get some. Protect yourself." So if we break this one down, basically he's saying, I don't know who Jerry Williams is. I mean, maybe he's a big gold and silver guy. I just don't know him. Maybe he owns a company. No idea. But either way, he called up this guy who is apparently his dealer, and the guy said, look, I can't get any more gold or silver coins. The mint won't sell me anymore. And I think he's referring to the U.S. Mint. So he's basically saying the U.S. Mint is not selling gold or silver coins out to the public, which is interesting because I've talked about the U.S. Mint not really selling as many silver eagles as they should be and things like that. So obviously, we already know that the U.S. Mint is being kind of shady, and I'm pretty sure they're referring to the U.S. Mint here, even though he doesn't explicitly say it. But either way, this is kind of an interesting line to draw between the mint not selling enough product and silver exploding. I mean, I think if we look at the more recent tweets, the Fed pivoting, silver going to go up for that reason, the dollar going down, I think that makes more sense than the mint just not wanting to sell coins. But either way, after that, he does say, to me, this means the end of fake money is here. So basically he's saying, yeah, the end of the dollar. The dollar is just fiat currency, so silver is going to go much, much higher. 100 to 500, I mean, 500 at the high end, that would be a 25x gain from where silver is right now. If it only goes to $100, that's still, a 5x gain, which that's great, especially if everything else is crashing. If the dollar is going down, the stock market's going down, and you can get a 5x gain during that time, that's great. So he does say get some, protect yourself. I agree. You should get some silver. You should protect yourself. So what do you think about all of this? Do you think that Robert Kiyosaki is right? Do you feel like the end of fake money is here and we are going to see silver explode in the near future? He's saying as early as January 2023. I think that's really early. I think it's probably going to be later in the year, possibly even 2024. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe he's got information that I don't have. I mean, he's got a lot of connections. He's been around for a long time, and he is a big fan of gold and silver. So, hey, at least we agree on that. But, him buying more Buffalo silver rounds, that's these right here, the Buffaloes. These are a great thing to be buying. I love me some Buffaloes. I don't know why he says U.S. Buffalo silver rounds, but either way, it doesn't matter. That's a great thing to be stacking if you can get them for a relatively low premium. So make sure you shop around, try and find the best price when you pick up your silver. He says he buys from like just one dealer. I would buy from multiple places. If someone has a sale, buy from them or whatever. But anyway, best of luck out there. Feel free to put your comments down below in the comments section. When do you think silver is going to explode? Anyway, I do want to say a massive thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.